We've all been there. You wake up, hit snooze, and before you're even fully awake, you're reaching for a glowing smartphone to start scrolling. But in those first few moments of the day, your brain is highly impressionable. Diving straight into digital notifications traps your mind in a loop of quick, easy distractions before you've even had a chance to think. Starting your morning this way can fracture your focus for the rest of the day. You might find yourself rushing, feeling behind schedule, and simply reacting to whatever pops up on your screen. When you let external pings and alerts dictate your first thoughts, you aren't leading your day. You're essentially letting your phone take the driver's seat while you sit in the back. To fix your morning, you actually have to look at the night before. Most of how you feel when you wake up is determined by how well you slept. If you're looking at a screen right before bed, the blue light it emits can trick your brain into staying awake, making it much harder to get the deep rest your body needs to feel refreshed the next day. Try a digital sunset. Turn off your screens an hour before bed. Then take 5 minutes for a brain dump. Simply write down every task or worry currently on your mind, so they're physically moving onto the paper and out of your head. Getting those thoughts out of your system helps quiet the mental chatter, allowing you to drift into a deep, restorative sleep without the usual overthinking. When the alarm goes off, keep your phone in another room for the first hour. Instead of reaching for a screen, start with a few minutes of quiet. Just breathe and be present before the noise rushes in. This diagram represents how your brain feels after hours of sleep. You're naturally dehydrated when you wake up, and that lack of water can make your thinking feel sluggish or foggy. By drinking 2 or 3 glasses of water right away, you're rehydrating your system and giving your brain the fuel it needs to start functioning at its best. For the next 15 minutes, focus on movement. You don't need a grueling workout, just some light stretching, a short walk, or a few yoga poses to get your blood flowing. Physical activity increases the oxygen moving to your brain, represented by these red arrows. This movement helps clear away that heavy, groggy feeling you often have in the morning. By the time you finish this first half hour, you've replaced morning grogginess with a steady sense of physical and mental readiness that prepares you for the tasks ahead. Now that your body is awake, use the next 15 minutes for your mind. Pick up a high-value book and read just 10 pages. It's a small step, but it ensures you're learning something new every single day. This chart shows how those few pages add up. 10 pages a day becomes over 3,000 pages in a year. That's like reading 15 full-sized books just by using this small window of time. Starting your morning with new ideas trains your brain to look for growth and solutions throughout the rest of your day, rather than just going through the motions. For the final 15 minutes, sit down with a pen and paper. This is your time to be the strategist for your own life. Write down the top 3 things you want to accomplish today. Look at your list and pick the one task that feels the most difficult or makes you the most anxious. We call this your frog. Your ability to solve problems and stay focused is usually at its highest in the morning. That makes it the best time to tackle that difficult frog before the day gets busy. When you finish your hardest task first, the heavy weight of procrastination is gone. You'll find the rest of your day feels much lighter and easier to manage because the biggest obstacle is already behind you. Here is the reality. Motivation isn't something you can always count on. It comes and goes like the weather. Some mornings you'll feel ready to go, and others you'll just want to stay under the covers. High performers rely on a concept called extreme ownership. This means taking full personal responsibility for your actions and your time, doing what you promised yourself you'd do, even when you don't feel like it. It can be uncomfortable to break old habits and start a new routine, but that discomfort is just the feeling of your brain building a more disciplined version of yourself. Think about the shift you've made. You've moved from being a tired person reacting to phone notifications to a prepared, hydrated person who has already finished their hardest task. You don't have to let your days just happen to you. By deciding how your story starts each morning, you're taking the first step toward designing a life that's more intentional, productive, and focused.